Oh, let's go. Yo, what's up? Robart Gaming. I probably fucked that up so bad. How you doing? How's everything going? Yo, it's crazy. Nobody even knows what's up. Yeah. It's going okay. What do you think? Is the Earth round or flat? Excuse me. What?
Can you drop the neodymium magnet, yeah?
Sure.
If you drop both of them, they're going to drop at the same rate and both hit the floor at the same time. That is what I'm proposing. But then I've got a method in order to cause the neodymium magnet to drop at a slower rate. So what are you going to do?
It's nothing.
So this is what I'm saying, the Earth's magnetic field doesn't make a difference to the experiment. The only difference is I'm making a magnet produce something that will cause it to flow slower. Now, are you gonna
just say that they will hit the ground at the same time? Or are you then going to add something after?
No, it will still be only. So let's get the standards here, yeah? Object B, say is a lump of Y, whatever you want. Object A is 500 gram.
How you doing? Yo, do me a favor, tap the screen.
With them in order to disprove this model. So one, you've got them stacked together.
Yeah, but who knows that the planets are real?
That proves that the Earth's magnetic field has nothing to do with those magnets falling to the Earth at the same speed as the other object, correct?
My gut instinct is yes, but I want to be more careful.
Like I say, I'm never here to trick you.
Yeah, let's go with yes, and I'll think about it more later.
Okay. So, the only other thing that you have to do, now, I guess, but we can make it fair because obviously, let's say we have a ring of plastic like, around object B, just because I'm going to introduce a ring of plastic around object A. That won't change the experiment, you agree?
Yeah.
Because we'll use the same amount for both. The only difference is, we're now going to put both.
Somebody's doing something with their mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. Outing. What I want you to think about, right? And look, I don't freaking know. Like, the thing is, I don't think anybody knows, right? But what I want you to do is name me one thing that's round and flat at the same time. This is what a lot of people don't get. Everybody's like arguing over apples and oranges when they're both fruit, right? So I'm just gonna give you an example, right? Let's say I have a round plate and I hover over top of the round plate with the camera and I look down. The plate is going to look circle, right? But then if I look at the plate from the side, it's going to be flat, right? That in itself proves that something can be round and flat. Now, I can go even deeper. If I put things on top of the plate is not just a straight flat surface, it's going to have curves and divots. It's like putting food on your plate. Certain food is going to be higher than the other. If I put mashed potatoes that area is gonna be different than if I put like a pea or a piece of meat or anything on there, right? Or like a liquid. Any of those things will sit on top of those in a different, complete way, right? Now, when you talk about the sun and the sun and the moon, that like we only see one side of the freaking moon. The moon could be a big plate that sits in the sky. Like, we don't know that it's actually round. Even the pictures that we take of the earth, they're composite photos, right? Now what that means is they can't just take a picture of the whole earth. They have to take a bunch of different photos and they put them together. Some photos are used with CGI. But if, just like I said, if I'm hovering over top of a plate and I take a photo down, it looks round. Like it's going to be round. So who's to say that the earth is not shaped like a plate? And like the reason why there's flat earthers and there's round earthers is because they're both correct. And then you can even think of it even deeper. How do you know the earth isn't like a freaking record, right? So it's a record and it spins around or something like that. I don't think we're spinning though. That's the only thing that I really do not feel like we're like this ball that's just spinning in the middle of the earth. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. And supposedly the person, right, let's say the person, Sir Isaac Newton, was the person who came up with the theory of gravity. The reason why he came up with the theory of gravity was supposedly he was sitting underneath a tree and an apple fell off the tree and it hit him on the head. And he came up with what goes up must come down, right? So he's basically saying because the gravity is pulling things towards the ground, that's what made the apple fall. When realistically, it wasn't that. It was that the apple became more ripe and dense, which made the apple heavier, which made it harder for the tree to hold it up in the tree. So when the apple reached a certain weight, the tree dropped the apple. The reason why the apple didn't fall from the get-go was because it didn't weigh anything. So it's like you holding something in your hand, right? You're holding 10 pounds, it's not that hard. And then in a little while, it goes up to 20 pounds, right? Your hand's going to go down a little bit, then it goes to 30 pounds. Your hand's going to go down even further, 40 pounds, right? At a certain weight, when it reaches a certain weight, what's going to happen? You're going to drop said object. Yo, what's up, Tyler? You're gonna drop. The object's gonna fall because it can't hold it up. But it doesn't mean that gravity itself pulled it to the ground. Then we go even deeper than that, and I don't know what it is. There's no possible way that I know, and I hate when people say, I know for a fact it's round, or I know for a fact it's flat. You fucking don't. You're listening to somebody else tell you that it's flat or it's round, right? There's really evidence that backs up both theories. And that's why I come to a logical conclusion. It could be round and it could be flat. And the curvature that you see, right, is just like I told you. Like, if there's if you have a flat surface, you can put different things on that flat surface to make it seem. So what if the earth is flat, like how the Fortnite? That's the exact concept that I'm talking about. That's how you perceive, and that's a great example of what I'm talking about. Any map that's like that, it just makes sense. Like a lot of things is like with the round earth and it's spinning and stuff like that, and then the fact that we have to like compensate for certain things if we're flying. Like, think about this, right? If a helicopter hovers, like let's say a helicopter goes as high as it can in the sky, right? And the Earth is spinning as fast as it's spinning, right? When you land, you should be in a different freaking location, right? If the Earth is spinning north and you fly south, you should be able to get to somewhere quicker, right? It just like there's a lot of things, but then they're saying that like everything in the atmosphere spins as well, which doesn't make sense. So you're telling me if a ball is spinning fast and I jump off of this ball and it's going fast enough, I'm gonna like rotate with the ball? You know what I mean? Like that don't even make like what's holding me to like that spot on Earth? Like if I jump straight up, I'm gonna land right back in the same spot unless I jump forward or back. Like if I jump straight up, but like it just doesn't. I don't know. I also look at it too, like I don't know if you've ever ridden that ride that's at the let me go to live stream. I don't know if you've ever ridden the ride that's at the freaking you ever ridden the ride that's at the freaking fair and you know it spins around super fast and it spins around so fast that you stick to the side and you can like flip over but you can't get up and you're just like stuck on the wall, right? Like if the earth was moving that fast, that's kind of how I feel like it would be. And it's like, how do you like? Al, let me ask you this question: when you wake up every day, does the earth like? Do you perceive or do you feel like the earth is round, or do you feel like it's flat?
To break in this setting is that they have to be moving. So you can't start from rest and then apply some. You can't use eddy currents to cause motion. Eddy currents can only basically eddy currents act as a frictional force.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say, the information I'm giving you from this experiment
Yo,
is
that's
only
not
going to
look.
produce anti-gravity propulsion drives.
Are you suggesting that if you
All right, so I'm not saying like how what you were taught, right? Try to block out what you're taught. When you walk outside and you look out, does it look like the earth is a big round ball? That's what I'm talking about. Huh? Does it look like a big round ball? That's what I'm saying. You're waking. It's like trying to say like when you woke up when you were 6 years old and it was Christmas time. Did you think that Santa Claus delivered you presents in the freaking down the chimney? Like right now, if I ask you this question, when you were 6 years old, think about it. Is Santa Claus alive? Is he gonna come visit you on Christmas? I guarantee you, your answer would be like, "Yep." Yo, see, look, you're being too general. You saw your parents, but was there ever a time that you thought that Santa Claus was alive? See, like when you got to think objectively when you're talking about something like this, because if not, you're gonna have a biased outlook on the situation. Like for me, if I truly went into round Earth or flat Earth, I would have to say that the Earth was round. The reason why that is because I learned that the Earth was round when I was a kid up until a certain time in my life when I was able to question it, or there was other evidence that was brought in front of me. But any other time, well, think about like Stranger Things, right? It's like in Stranger Things, the upside down isn't round, it's just like two flat earths on top of each other. It's like a plane of existence, like a wall. You go through the wall, you're in a different universe. You go to this wall, you're in the same universe. Then when you break it down to like to be honest, right? You know, like on a different planet like Mars or something, atoms and everything are made up differently. So, like, if a cat existed or a cat like creature existed on Mars, it would look completely different because of where it is in the universe, right? And this is where you get into, like, the Marvel comics and stuff like that, or, like, alien movies. And all different planets have different looking aliens, but really they're not aliens. Like, if an alien came here and saw us, they would be like, yo, those people are weird, right? So we're looking at that concept. What makes them look differently? Their atmosphere, the gases, the chemicals, the foods, everything that is on their planet. So even if we in the way the atoms are messed up, yo, what's up, John? So if we went to a different planet, your atoms are not going to be the same. It's like freaking I don't know if you've seen. You probably haven't seen this, but I watch the troll movies with my daughters. But like when they go through that wormhole, right? Their whole like bodies completely change. So if you went to a different planet, hypothetically, like the way that they exist, you wouldn't look like a freaking human. You would change completely, or your body wouldn't even be able to withstand it. I don't even. I mean, there could be a different dimension, but I think that it's Earth, and I feel that there's like we're like in like a snow globe. No, I don't know if we're in a snow globe, but like really thinking about it, I don't feel like the Earth is round. It doesn't feel that way to me. I can wholeheartedly say that. But I will say one thing. I don't feel that it is I don't feel like it's completely flat either. You know what I mean? I think it's like an in between, just like I said, like a plate. Something can be round and something can be flat at the same time. I'll be right back. Uh, Yeah, we gonna be playing chapter 5. Laurels. All right, we're about to start the game soon. Yo, what's up, J Money? Very big like that. Oh, it just looks so big.
It's credited, that hypothesis. And there are some issues with modified Newtonian dynamics, which is why it's not particularly well accepted. I.e., there are some things that that model cannot, or that disagrees with that model. So perhaps maybe you have to change your model, make it a little bit better. Maybe you have to, tweak your parameters or whatever. But the point is like this is the thing that happens. It's just our current best model in this for this particular scenario, dark matter, to explain galaxy rotation. That happens to be the thing that explains it. But yeah, I mean, I tell my students, when I'm teaching an intro to physics class, it's physics 101 for engineering students, the first thing I tell them is that physics is about constructing models. It's not about actually knowing what's true. So, but yeah, that's all. That's also that is all science is.
I mean, who's to say when the next Einstein is going to come around and give us our next, big change in physics? I mean, that's going to be the big thing. Who knows when that person might come around and change how everyone thinks? That's why it's left open-ended.
Yeah, I hear you. In my mind, there's still many different problems that come. I mean, it's especially concerning relative motion because I really feel like that theory was invented to explain away the fact that there's no physical experimentation that can prove the Earth is moving besides relative motion.
Which relative motion thing?
So, pendulums, gyroscopes, according to people like Brian Cox, these things cannot actually prove that the Earth is moving. And even if it could, it would be so minuscule.
Do you mean like moving, or do you mean like rotating?
Rotating, moving through the ether, pretty much everything.
I think the rotation is fine. I mean, that's something that's been well known how to figure out for a long time. I mean, Coriolis effect and stuff like that, that's observable. But when you're talking about motion around the sun, which at least what I heard when I watched that review, at least when you showed it to me, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like you're inside of a car moving 60 miles per hour, and then you take a radar gun inside the car and point it at the car. It's obviously going to read zero. You're not going to be able to know on the thing that's moving because you're moving.
No, you're right, and I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
So, I was just saying that no, you're definitely right. I do think that there is other instruments that could still detect that the car was moving. I mean, that's pretty much the problem. And by the way, I think there's also another issue here because let's say that is true. Well, then why have people been using pendulums to prove that the Earth is moving for over 100 years?
So we use pendulums to show that the Earth is rotating on its axis, not like going around the sun, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're saying that it's actually not possible even today.
Because that proves that that's the case in a like
Hey,
mechanics course.
Listen, I am not an astrophysicist, I'm not, but I can certainly read their work and quote them.
Sure.
And that's all that I'm doing. I'm just quoting them.
Even like I heard that as well. He showed it to me, and Brian Cox. And again, just the way I heard it when we listened to it, it sounded like he was talking about the movement around the sun. But again, I don't think it's fair for really like either of us to quote mine if we don't fully understand.
Is there a just with you guys? Like what should I search on YouTube or whatever?
It was an interview with Joe Rogan, Brian Cox.
Brian Cox. Is it Rogan?
Yeah.
Is he the British guy?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Is he the British guy?
He's exactly the word.
Yeah, I can't figure out how to change this now.
He's in a gray shirt.
If you do like Brian Cox, Joe Rogan, and Motion of the Earth, I'm sure you'll like it.
Yeah. Be able to detect it with science.
So let me ask you a different question. Let's say you're in a car moving 60 miles an hour. You black out the windows. You can't see the dials.
All right.
All you can do is you can do experiments in the car. How would you tell that it's moving?
You would feel it, dummy.
That detected vibration, for one.
Like a really smooth moving page.
Gonna have the turbulence or
I want to see if I can do something. If I plug this into my phone.
Meaning, if I'm moving at 5 meters per second through space, and you're moving at 0 meters per second through space, no experiment would be able to distinguish between those two.
I'm totally in agreement. Like, please don't misunderstand me. I'm in full agreement with that. My point, though, is therefore you cannot detect the motion of the Earth.
Yo, do me a favor.
You have to reinterpret it.
that's the whole difference. Right? That would be the analogy there.
Yeah, so I fully agree with you. I'm not denying that. My point, though, is we should be in agreement then that you can't detect the motion of the Earth. That's my point. So the best evidence you have that the Earth is moving is you point to the celestial bodies. You say, look, the sun is moving. Look, the stars are moving. And then, therefore, the Earth is moving. That doesn't follow logically.
Hello? Hello, hello.
To be clear,
Hello.
the heliocentric model of the Earth is not in an inertial frame, so it will be detectable from the Earth because of this.
Can you explain that more for me?
Yeah. Okay. So that's not.
Hello. Yo. Yo, Alton, go to my TikTok and tell me if you hear this. I'm using this like other microphone. I just want to see if it works. Yeah, how did I get 127 mics? Yeah, go to my other TikTok. Well, go to my TikTok and tell me if you hear the microphone. What's up? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Alright, can you hear me now? Yeah, I just figured this out. This is so cool. Now I can use this mic with the phone. So you can hear me now, though. How does it sound? Does it sound okay? Perfecto. Alright, so I use that. Is that. Alright, I'm about to end the TikTok live stream and then we're gonna start playing.
And I'm thinking about saying, this is where I wear fake reps over everything. Yo, shut up and take your L. This is part of the sneaker game. If you lose on a shoe, take your L. You don't have to wear fakes. You technically don't need every shoe. If you are fiending, if you're dying for those Travis Scott,
It's not a part of the sneaker game. It's something that does not need to exist. Is the point that I'm trying to make, right? Um, the whole thing is right. This is a whole different market in the same way that we can talk about things in the United States and how certain people put their hands on it too. Like now, we gotta freaking pay for water and a bunch of other things, which we can all, I'm pretty sure, agree that is kind of messed up. See, like you're missing my point and you're taking it way too literal of what I'm trying to say. It is a part of the sneaker game that does not need to exist. It's like how we gotta pay for water and things of this nature. Certain people are messing it up to where, yeah, now like you're missing the point I'm trying to say. Like I know we have to deal with it, but it's a part of the game that does not need to exist. We don't need a secondary market in sneakers. This is why so many people are buying reps. I think that people should buy reps before they buy from resellers because these people are making a secondary market that we don't need. And these people that are doing it don't care about sneakers. They care about money and they Okay, I'm gonna start off by saying like you're missing the whole point. You're thinking too inside the box. The comment that I'm making is basically stating that we don't need it. I know it's a part of the game. We gotta pay for water. Don't feel like we should pay for water. Like you trying to think of the way I'm supposed to. No, I don't think it's a part of the sneaker game at all. I understand it exists now, but I don't really feel like it's part of the sneaker game. The sneaker game is knowing when shoes to come out, loving sneakers, knowing the history of sneakers, all of that. Maybe even paying a little bit more for a pair of sneakers, but not for someone to purposely go up and buy 10 of one size or tens of different sizes or whatever like that in itself is not ethical or moral. It legitimately says one per customer. Now I understand that if you could get a pair from Foot Locker, Champs, maybe your local sneaker boutique, all that. But for you just to buy 20 pairs of freaking shoes so you can sell them for an astronomical amount of money, that to me is not a part of the game. It's good.
And then trade them in for what you really want. That simple.
Oh, I gotta open up Steam. What the freak? Where? Alright, alright, Alan, hold on. I'm gonna end the stream and then start. I want to do some. I'm gonna try to do something real quick. Hold on. Okay.